Hello everyone, this is my book Unlock Lockdown Days to Say Goodbye. This is paperback, you can see it is available now. And the first page where you can see table of content, there is 3 stories: heroes, dreams, and past and present. I will read few lines for you. The first story, Heroes, is about a boy, Uday Verma, who is 18 years old and student of senior secondary in the school of Trivandrum. So let's start reading. News. Total 314 cases in India and fresh 9 new cases in Kerala. For more updates, stay tuned with Aaj Tak Morning News. I have woke up early in the morning and started surfing news channels. From last 10 years, there was an alarm clock which without fail wakes me up. But from last 1 week, I woke up with the headlines of news channels about COVID-19. Oh, I forget to introduce myself. I am Uday Verma, a 18 years student of senior secondary in a school of Trivandrum, science stream. So, this story is about Uday. Let's read. Like every average Indian teenager, I also have an extraordinary dream. And my dream is to become a rock star like Justin Bieber. I know you all are thinking that is just a common dream, nothing extraordinary. But when your parents are in medical profession, it is predictable that a doctor kid will be a doctor. But no, I have somehow convinced my 2 doctors that there won't be any more serious profession, and a rock star has born in house. Genetically, I'm good in studies. That's why it hadn't been a tough decision to take science stream. But it was clear that I will be a great musician in near future, and for that I was taking music classes regularly. Everything was fixed and fine in my life, but it was all about to change. For last 1 week, few things changed, like my morning alarm. Schools and colleges are temporarily shut down as a preventive measures. Vegetable vendors and grocers stopped selling due to lack of stocks. For daily needs, people were dependent on local shops, but they were helpless because of restrictions on transportation. I used to play music in leisure, but now I am spending time by listening news to get an update about the current situation. Changes are important in the path of progress. But when changes try to put you back, hold you in shackles, that means something is going to happen. We were hoping it would all fixed soon, but the situation is getting worse day by day. But what did I know? It won't all end so soon. It brought a storm with it and took away many lives. Both of my parents are pulmonologists, practicing for many years in a reputed hospital of the city. Dad's hospital has 250 beds with 2 OPD sections, currently housing 35 infected patients, with case numbering rising at an alarming rate. From last 2 weeks, after the very first news of COVID-19 positive case, we eagerly waiting for slowdown of pandemic. But emergencies and complications didn't stop. Dad was still in the operating room. He was still interacting with serious patients and ensuring that they received a proper care. Mom, meanwhile, was scheduled to return to work next week, even though she herself is immunocompromised and particularly at risk. A single N95 mask and sanitary will be her lone barrier against potentially serious disease onset. She also interacting with many patients who were in need. Yesterday, few of the nurse and the hospital staff have tested positive. Now, their families are on high risks. So, mom and dad decided to offer part of our farmhouse as quarantine center to government. And today, dad is going to meet with collector of Trivandrum for a meeting about issues related to lack of biosuits and testing kits. It was 2 p.m. Dad texted me for some extra clothes and shaving it, and warned me to wear masks before come out from home. So children, please read this story. It is a heart-touching story of a boy who faced corona in a different way because his parents was doctors, and how he faced that situations and overcome with it. This story is all about that. To know more about Uday and what happened in his life, we have to read the whole story, Heroes. Now, let's see what is the next story, and it is Dreams, which is in 32 number page. Let's see what is in 32 number page. Dreams. सपने हम सब देखते हैं. I almost died. It was all like a nightmare, and to come out from it is my story. If life is a race to achieve dreams, then I have touched the ending ribbon of the race. I had never thought that my dreams will make me stand here. I was so busy that I didn't realize a storm is coming towards me. My name is Tara Srivastava. It was started during my graduation days in India 2015, when I intended to go to abroad for higher studies. Actually not 2015, it had been started many years before. Year 2020, present day, Rome airport. So now it is present day. In the first page which we narrated, it was the narration of the character whose name was Tara Srivastava. She was again a student, and present day she was in Rome airport, year 2020. My dreams took me here inside the Rome's Leonardo Vinci airport. Life brings tears, smiles and memories. The tears dry, the smiles fade, but the memories last forever. Memories can take you anywhere, anytime. By sitting inside the Rome airport, I was memorizing the incidents of my life. Mind has an uncountable storage capacity to store memories, and it has opened the door of that storeroom when you are alone. Year 1980. My family were living in old city of Lucknow. We had a 2-storied house with a huge garden area. It was a spacious house for my grandfather, grandmother and his 2 sons too, who lived there. Firstly, my dad got married, and then his younger brother, my uncle. And within a few years, the family of 6 members converted to 10. Me, my brother and twin cousin brothers added. Year 2005, I was 6 years old girl. My dad and uncle have decided to sell this house to purchase a new spacious place for our big family. I remembered when I heard about the decision, I had cried whole day and complained about dad to grandfather. It was the reaction of my love towards the house, where I played and enjoyed with my brothers. More 3 family members like me didn't want to leave the house. This house was nothing less than heaven for us. I think my brothers were quite young to understand or react about their feelings. Next 6 months, dad and uncle have been busy talking to builders and real estate agents for selling the old house and to purchase a new one. Dad used to take us to see new houses and flats to finalize, but things didn't go well, since few people suggested to reconstruct the house because the area was huge and the price of the plot would rise high in future. Meanwhile, Dad's cousin brother, Biren uncle, came to visit us in Lucknow. He was living in Mumbai, and now for the work purpose he was going to stay in Lucknow for 2 years. He was staying in another place allotted by the agency for whom he was working, but he frequently came to our home to spend time with us. I was a talkative kid and had curiosity to know everything around me. I observed that Biren uncle always carried pencils, scales, colorful papers and different type of small pieces of plywood in his bag. Because of curiosity, one day I asked, Biren uncle, what is the use of those pencils? Uncle smiled and said, I am an interior designer and these pencils are my weapons to beautify livings. I asked, will you beautify Lucknow? Again, uncle smiled and said, I will beautify Kesharpag Palace. Me and more interior designer together will get an opportunity to beautify the famous palace. I surprisingly asked, it is already beautiful, so why do you want to beautify it? Biren uncle said, old structures need renovation. Otherwise, after a few years, it will be completely ruined and then will become difficult to renovate. I was quite young to understand, but what little I understood was that he can beautify old houses. And innocently, I requested him, please beautify our house. It is getting old. Everyone present in the room was surprised to listen that sentences, including Biren uncle. But he smiled and said, it is a great proposal. And what happened in the story? For that, you should read the book. And let's move to the last story, Past and Present, 98 number page. Yeah, Past and Present. We are always connected with the past. It is all about that. Generation after generation, we Indians have grown up listening to fascinating stories of history by other elders who have witnessed many blood-stained events of past which made them proud to be a part of this nation. As a Punjabi, I grew up listening to all such glorious tales from my grandma and dad. They have lived through such hardship which we can't imagine. My dad, Devendra Singh Valla, is a bank manager in Punjab National Bank who is recently posted in Chandigarh, and myself, Manav Valla. So this is the story of a man, Manav Valla, who is a ecologist in Punjab. My grandmother had escaped from an unspecified village of Pakistan to enter Amritsar. She with her family had walked 1,000 miles in search of a safe place to live in. They had walked among the rampant of carnage. During that time, Sikh riot had unfolded. They spent several nights being awakened due to fear of death. Year after year, they passed those stories to me. I wondered if our generation would have anything significant to share. Sometimes unnecessary desires makes us laughing stock. I had not thought, even in my wildest dream, that something would happen with me too. I really never thought our generation will witness a pandemic which will put a question mark on the existence of future generation. But one thing for sure was that whenever I will narrate this story to my children, today's morning will be the starting point. Present day. Today, 21st March, will be inked in my life as a remarkable day. The beginning of curfew was the alarming note for me. I scheduled to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, but my sleep forced me back in the bed. Last night I slept 11:30 p.m. after reading a bulk of research papers on Wikipedia about bats, their viruses and how they spread. As an ecologist, I deal with natural life and their habitats. I worked in Punjab Biodiversity Department. Nature always attracts me more than anything else. There is always a mystery behind nature. And Punjab is boasted with vast natural resources like flora, fauna, Arctic and Atlantic aquatic resources. I believe that there are several million species which are yet to be identified. And it is a mystery how they are related to each other. Thus, we can't predict the effect of one species on other or the ecosystem. It is wide area of research. I have to travel far places due to my work, and in this journey I met with my soulmate Soni. We both are from same profession, but her work is related to aquatic animals. From last 2 months, there were a huge pressure for government research institutions to find out link between virus effects of bats and other insects. To know more about Uday, Tara and Manav, have to read the book. It is available in Amazon, Flipkart and Notion Press. It's also available with me. So please read the book. It is my first book. Hope you will like it. Thank you.